What's up, y'all? Drifter from Team Legacy, and basically wanted to cover a hot new topic today going on in the racing game community, and that is Toyota. Now, Toyota announced, I don't know if it was yesterday or whatever, that they are, well, not Toyota, but Forza announced that Toyota was back in the games, and apparently will be back for quite some time. Now, this opens the door to a lot of good things. Seeing as how the Need for Speed community was like, okay, you know, they're in Forza now, maybe, you know, they'll come back to Need for Speed. They went and blew their Instagram up. Well, not really blew their Instagram up, but someone posted a comment on there, was like, well, now that you're back in Forza, can you come back to Need for Speed? Toyota replied with communication. Now, hopefully that is a good sign, and we will be seeing Toyota just come back to racing games in general, because they have been gone now for, I want to say, 2 years or more from racing games, and that opens up a lot of opportunities, you know, a bunch of different cars, you know, and I've even seen people, you know, like, yo, why isn't Lexus in racing games, lots of racing games? And to simply answer that is because Lexus is a part of Toyota. That is why you haven't seen Lexus since basically Toyota has been gone. Now, not only can this open up the door for a lot of, you know, Toyota cars other than the Supra. Obviously, you know, Toyota coming back, you know, they're bringing the Supra and possibly even the new Supra for people who like it. Me personally, I don't care too much for it because it's just a rebadged D4, but I mean, who knows? You know, if it does come into a racing game, I mean, I probably will use it, you know, customize it, you know, just to see, you know, if it lives up to all the hype or whatever like that. But not only, you know, if Toyota does decide to come back into Need for Speed, you know, like, you know, Ghost can work out something with them, you know, and bring them back. But that will not only bring back Toyota, but like I said, that will bring back Lexus. That will open the door for Scion as well, because Scion is part of Toyota. So there's a lot of cars, man, you know, other than the Supra, man, you know, that adds the 8.6, man, you know, the classic Hachiroku. You know, you can put in the Toyota Chaser, the MR2, the MRS, the Altiza. If you want it to be funny on Forza, you know, they can even put in the Prius, because Forza does have that, you know, drivetrain swap, you know, so like that would be pretty funny, you know, for someone to do a drivetrain swap on a Prius and drop a 2JZ and just build a retarded drift wheel, like, you know, like that would be dumb. You know, and then as far as Lexus, you know, obviously you have the LFA, the IS300, the SC, which is a decent car, you know, just a bunch of different cars, you know, that can come back, you know, and then on the Scion, and then you have the Toyota Scion, TC, the FRS, the XP, you know, just a lot of different vehicles that can be added into the game. So, while we're on the topic of Need for Speed, I commented on Black Panther's video or something. It was like, anyway, he basically asked, you know, like, what people would like to see come in Need for Speed, and I dropped a comment saying, you know, I would like to see interior customization brought into the game, you know, such as like steering wheels, you know, different dashes, gauge clusters, handbrakes, shift knobs, seats, you know, door panels, etc. And a guy commented on there, you know, he was like, well, that update wouldn't work, it'd be a waste of time because there's no cockpit view. Well, as dumb as that might sound, I can't believe he commented that, because obviously, you know, if they're going to do that kind of update, they're going to add cockpit view, man. Like, the interiors of these cars are fully detailed, you know, and if you can remember back to Underground 2, where they had the Lambo doors and the Suicide doors, there was no detailed interior. It was just grayed out. So, you know, It would be pretty cool, you know, to have the cockpit view added into the game or whatever, man. Like it would definitely add playability to the game, you know, and you know, more customization, which in my opinion is pretty much what everybody wants in a racing game, man. You know, like there's always going to be that customization aspect, and then engine bay customization would be cool, you know, like break down the different engine parts that you're able to buy, you know, so like different cold air intakes, you know, like you can do like a cold air intake, short ram intake, etc. from the different brands. You know, the exhaust should be the same way in my opinion, you know, like there should be different brand exhaust, you know, with like the different, you know, signature sounds of those exhaust companies and whatnot. But that's just nitpicking, man. But engine bay customization would be cool, you know, just to be able to paint, you know, like the different engine parts. You know, hell, even put, you know, like the decals, you know, the vinyls on them, you know, and just, you know, I mean, imagine that, man. You'll have a sticker bomb, you know, like, you know, valve cover, or like, anyway, the plastic piece that goes over the freaking motor. You know what I'm talking about. You know, the little like bar that runs, you know, from like one side, like stress bar or whatever under the hood, man. Like it just opens up a lot of possibility, man. Like you could do like the iridescent or neochrome, whatever you want to call it, like different piping under the engine, you know, stuff like that, man. Like Need for Speed has a good photo mode, so they could bring back, you know, like the magazine covers, you know, or something like that, man, from like Underground 2, you know, or like a showcase mode where you can pop the hood, you know, the doors, even the trunk, man. They can bring back, you know, like the different audio systems, you know, with the speaker layouts, the amps and stuff like that, and like if they could even find a way to where, like, let's say you have the game music on or something like that, that it actually affects, you know, like how much bass, you know, and stuff that the game has. Like, I'm not sure how that would work, but that would be pretty sick. You know? Like, you know, the interior, like neons would be pretty dope. The colored headlights from Underground should definitely make a return, man. Like, I just want to demon eye my cars, you know, with the red headlights. That would be pretty sick. Like I said, man, it's just a lot of stuff, man, that, you know, to be done to the game, man. But, you know, like, I'm glad Toyota has finally taken a step in the right direction and has agreed to be back in Forza, and maybe, you know, let's keep our fingers crossed, man, that, you know, they come back to Need for Speed, you know, and you get more cars than just the Supra, you know. Like, I'm hoping, you know, that it's not going to be, you know, just, you know, okay, you know, like, you ask for the Supra or have the Supra, you know, that's all you're getting, you know. Like, I hope, you know, like, they actually put, you know, the different vehicles in the game. Because, like I said, man, like, that opens up the door to a lot of different cars that can be added, you know, not just from Toyota, but from Lexus and Scion. So, you know. But, I would like to know, man, like, what y'all think on this, you know, situation or whatever like that. You know, like, I'm pretty sure, you know, like a lot of people in the gaming community, you know, or car culture that play racing games, you know, are probably stoked that, you know, they're coming back. You know, like, they're coming back to Forza. Unfortunately, you know, my Xbox crapped out, you know, like, I'm gonna wait and see how things unfold, you know, see if they come back to Need for Speed, and I guess if not, you know, then I'll have to go drop the dime, you know, and get another Xbox, you know, so I can get back on Forza once again. But well, now that Toyota has pulled their head out their ass, you know, like, Sony, if you're listening, you know, like, hey man, Skyrim, PlayStation, you know, I know this has been a subject and it's probably never going to happen, but, you know, you should follow in Microsoft's footsteps and just allow modders to do what they do, man, and you know, make Skyrim a better game, you know, and give it that playability, man. I mean, I think, you know, mods shouldn't just be, you know, locked down to PC. You know, like if there's people out there, you know, that are able to mod these games and make them better, there's no reason why they shouldn't be on console. You know, obviously consoles do have their limitations and stuff like that, but you know, just to, you know, add to the longevity and the playability of a game, you know, like I think mods should be something, you know, that is just every platform, you know, not just PC, you know, or select, you know, like games on Xbox and stuff like that, you know, like just give them full range, man, because there's modders out there that are, you know, making these games way better than, you know, what just the base model is. But anyway, that's just a quick video on the subject, man. Toyota coming back to Forza, you know, welcome back. Hopefully other racing games, you know, can get in on this and, you know, just start adding, you know, like the different iconic cars, man. You know, like I said, man, you know, like the Supra, the H6, the Chaser, the Altiza, the MRS, the MR2, man. Like there's so many Toyotas, man, that like just can be put into the game, you know, and then like Lexus as well, you know. And while we're on the subject of that, before I wrap up this video, Ghost, do something with the drift physics on Need for Speed. Like obviously there are ways you can manipulate somewhat by mix matching the parts for the drift car, but if I, you know, if I want a drift car, you know, and put like all drift parts on it, then it should act like a drift car and not act retarded. So yeah, you know, just basically get input, man. Like bring in a professional drifter, you know, someone that's actually done drifting, you know, and work with the drift physics, you know, see what feels good to them, you know, take that input and then put that into the game. You know, like I know this is an arcade game, it's not a simulation, but we want smoother, easier drift physics, you know, that anyone can basically pick up and get into. But anyway, it's been Drifter from Japan, Team Legacy. Peace out.